I got hit in the face.
Where at?
In the right eye. Husband. Who's sitting on the front steps. Which is not the first time he's hit me.
She jabs me in the face. I tried grabbing it, she jabbed me. I mean, she just jabbed the cup in my face. She meant to splash.
Plastic glass.
Or you said that you jabbed the cup into his face.
I didn't jab a cup into his face.
On the 28th of June 2025, officers in DuPage County, Illinois, answered a domestic disturbance call. The initial report described a woman struck by her husband asking only for safe transport away from the home. Within 20 minutes, that same woman was in handcuffs and Illinois law required it.
Hello.
Hello.
No, head them off. Hi, how are you?
Good, and you?
Been better.
What's going on?
I got hit in the face.
Where at?
In the right eye. And then, well, it just happened about 30 minutes ago.
By who?
My husband, who's sitting on the front steps, which is not the first time he's hit me. So I called my parents, that's my mother, to get picked up to be brought somewhere safe.
Okay. So how did all this start?
I was at home today, alone. I did not do anything. And I get hit a lot, so.
You what, I'm sorry?
I get hit a lot.
Okay. Well, what happened today? What triggered, and obviously it had to be some kind of an argument.
He was mad at me just because I'm an alcoholic, but I'm fine today. Well, I'm not fine, I don't feel great, but I didn't do anything today. I took a shower, I stayed home, I was resting.
You say you're recovering? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what stemmed an argument between you two? If you're recovering and you're not doing anything wrong, that's not usually a start of an argument. So
no, it's not.
Happened.
No, it's not. No, it's definitely not start of an argument. I don't actually really know what starts half the argument.
Were you guys home the whole day, and then just out of nowhere something happened, or were you gone? Was he gone?
He was gone at a baseball game with my son.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he came home, and then got very angry with me. And I said, "Why are you angry with me? I didn't do anything."
And did he explain it?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Is anybody injured here?
I'm
trying to figure out why my paramedics are staging here. So obviously
no,
they're here
yeah,
to check somebody
I don't.
out.
Other than getting hit as hard as I could in the right eye, I don't think so.
Okay. I don't know why they got here, but 20 of the medics can come in.
Officer, your partner just took a photo of Ron's face. You might want to get it reversed.
The what?
A photo.
Okay, well I don't know what he's doing. I'm talking to her.
No, can you take a photo of her face?
If he wants to take photos of her face, he can do it. It's his fault. He's got to
Oh,
do it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm just talking to her to keep you guys entertained while he figures out what happened here.
Well, there's two sides of the story. She's reported
Usually is.
She's reported domestic abuse 3 times,
Okay.
and we're her parents. And so we are close by. And I just, and
I just wanted to get picked up. I didn't want police called. I wasn't even planning on calling police on him. I just wanted to get to a safe space.
Got it. Okay.
he called
Right.
Okay.
because he wants to report how abusive he was. You know, that's what's going on. It's a who can tap.
Who can what?
Who can win?
Who
can win the
often don't understand what starts the arguments. I just know that they end violently.
Okay.
I just wanted to get to a safe space, and then he decided to call. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, well. So they're going to have a couple of questions for you, and outside of that, there's no going to see a reason for them to be here. So let them just ask you a couple of questions and get their story straight so they can get out of here, and so we can start wrapping this up.
Okay. Thank you, officer.
I'm not 100% sure who is who and who wants to be seen. She's involved. She's saying that she got hit in the face. So if you want to go through whatever story and for your guys' part and
Hello. Hi, are you hurt?
mix inside with the other half, I'm not sure.
Right eye is hard as possible. Yeah. But I did not cops. I called my parents and they were getting out of the So,
I think you guys were originally called for her, but she's not making any statements that would require you. But
Yeah. I'm just gonna go.
Hi. Hi. What's going on? So my wife's a recovering alcoholic, and she's relapsed 2 weeks ago. Don't listen to anything my mother-in-law has to say here.
Yeah, she wasn't here. So.
Tell her to get away.
Can you go wait somewhere where we're not standing right next to him?
Yes, I can. Nice that you have a partner. Thank you.
I'm sorry?
I see that you have a partner. I didn't realize I'm a little upset.
I understand. Thank you.
So there's been an issue for the last 2 weeks. My wife made it 145 days sober and relapsed. Last week she had a seizure. There's an Elmhurst memorial, like not the memorial, but like, you know, she's like all these bruises are from all the IVs they tried to do during the seizure. She was strapped down into a bed. Anyways, fast forward to today. I'm at baseball for like 6 hours today. Come home, find a bottle of wine on the counter. She's yelling and screaming. I tried grabbing the rest of her plastic cup and she jammed it into my face. I don't know if I'm bleeding, but it feels like I have a mark somewhere up here.
Yeah, you got a little boil up on your upper lip.
So I said this, I'm calling the cops.
Fair enough.
She's on court supervision. She's not supposed to be drinking. She's in violation of her court supervision.
Okay.
And
I gotta
she's
take a photo of your
claiming
face
that
real
I've been
quick.
hitting her, but there's nothing. There's not. She had 6 public safety guys holding her down. Just last Wednesday or Thursday. She was strapped to a bed.
What kind of cup did she shove in your face? Was it,
Plastic orange count. There's a plastic orange cup.
can I see it? Do you mind if I come in with you?
Yeah, for sure. Hunter, stay downstairs, bud. I'll be done in a minute. So, found this in the garbage can. Get home. I'm at baseball with my son. He's downstairs. He's playing video games and watching movies. Grab this thing. Oh, no, she has this, and she jabs me in the face.
Yeah, it's got going on.
And obviously, there's this whole mess. I said. That's it. I've been trying to avoid having to call the cops because she's on court supervision.
I got you.
We agreed to get separated, but she's like, her parents are so on a power trip because she's like freaking out about losing this house. And I was like, listen, we're going to dissolve the house. We're going to move on. I'm at baseball all day long. Come home. She's drinking again. And so then she pulled this, actually, it was sitting here full of wine. And when I tried grabbing it, and I was like standing here, and we were like, and she went.
So the wine splashed all over you too, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay.
And kind of this way.
Alright. Okay. You know what she's gonna tell me?
During this, when I was trying to grab it, I mean, she was here, I tried grabbing it, she jabbed me, and I went like this across her face. There was no open hitting or anything like that.
So she tried to hit you with like a...
Well, no.
While you had the cup?
This had the cup, she had the cup, and I tried grabbing it, and then she just said it, and she spilt it all over me, which is kind of dry, but if you were to smell me, I smell like wine, and this way, hit me in the lip, and I was like, get away!
So I guess my question is, were you guys fighting over the cup, or did she intentionally shove the cup in your face?
Intentionally shoved it in my face.
Gotcha.
Well, actually, I tried. All right, so I don't know how the terminology. I tried to grab it, and once she was like realizing that she couldn't drink it, she just said "you" and like tried to spill it on me. But I'm right here, and it hit my face. And
So do you think that she tried to hit you with the cup, or do you think she was trying to splash the alcohol, or just give up and dump the cup?
I think
I
think she tried to dump it into my face as hard as possible.
All right.
Intentionally, possibly hitting me in the face. Who knows?
Okay.
But it did hit me in the face. I remember initially touching my face and having blood. I don't have blood now. I haven't looked in the mirror. But this has been like 2 weeks, and I'm like, she's been staying at her parents and then coming back during the day. She's walking around. She's begging me for booze. I have some video of her standing in the garage yesterday. She's like, so what's going on with like, she's like, give me a beer, give me a beer.
What's up, man? He's got a little cut in his upper lip. Other than that,
You need medics.
No, I don't think so. I haven't seen it. Is it?
no, it's,
Is it-
anyway, it's a very minor.
Yeah.
I mean, she just jabbed the cup in my face. She meant to splash.
Plastic glass.
This one right here. She just went like BAM! And it was jarring, but like she hit,
Sure.
she hit my lip or something right here.
It's-
I could feel it. I don't know. And
I think it was primarily for her.
Sure. Yep. I just want to double check before we were. Yep.
but then she's going to her parents' house and she's like, look at all these bruises on my arms. But literally, she had to be held down during this seizure. I mean, there has to be pictures or evidence. None of this is.
No, if it's bruised already, like
She's
already healing.
She had to be strapped down. She had to be detained. She got strapped down ankles, arms. She was wiggling around so much that. And she goes to her parents' house and she's like, "Oh, he's hitting me. He's hitting me." And I'm like, "That's from they tried 6 times to put an IV in your arm because you were so up, and you just had a seizure." And now her parents are like, "Oh, you must be hitting my daughter." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Do you know what?" And then my father-in-law didn't tell my mother-in-law why she was in the hospital until I told her yesterday. I was like, "Listen, she had a grand mal seizure on our back porch here because she tried with detoxing here in the house solo."
Okay, all right, I'm gonna give you one of these. I don't know if you got one of these before.
I've had one of these before. This is the 3rd time that we've
Yeah,
had
I know.
this.
We have to every time there's a domestic issue, we have to give them up to people. So just so you know, you scan the QR code. It takes you to a fake website. Click the link at the top, the bottom of the page. It brings you to the DuPage County website for domestic violence resources, places to stay, family intervention or crisis intervention options if you need it. I have to talk to her. Obviously, she's probably gonna get one too. Depending on what she says, I'm not gonna lie, she might be getting arrested today because there's obvious signs of injury. My hands are kind of tied. Even as minor as it
She is in violation of her court supervision.
That's something that the court has to deal with. I can't violate her court
She's
supervision.
rescheduled. She's rescheduled her first meeting with her court, not her court, but parole officer.
Okay.
I guess maybe, I don't know.
Probation officer probably.
Something like that, because she doesn't have to do any like community service or
Yeah,
anything.
she
But
just gotta stay
she's supposed
sober.
to drive out there, and she's rescheduled it 3 times because first time she was drunk. Second time, she was drunk. B, actually, my son did bring. He goes to the YMCA for summer camp, and he did bring something. We all had like a cold, so she was actually sick. He believed it, but she was also drunk.
All right, yeah, whatever happened with the probation or the court supervision, that's going to be up to the judge. So today, since it's going to be documented no matter what, there's a good chance she's getting arrested today.
So, like I said, there was some confrontation when I was like, after she hit me and the cup went flying. You know, because it was over there, I picked it up and put it back over. It's like wine all over. But yeah.
Okay, so after she hit you in the cup with the face with the cup.
This.
Yeah.
I've been putting this off for so long because I don't want my wife to go to
gotcha.
jail. Actually, we've actually just talked about separating. But I don't need the mother of my child going to jail.
No,
but I was like, I can't deal with this anymore. All day long, she's pacing. She's begging for me for drinks. It's ridiculous. And now her parents are out there.
I got you, man. It's tough. I'm not gonna lie. It's not gonna get any easier.
No, it's not.
She's gotta want the help and want to actually get better.
Well, the funny thing is that she actually called. She's been to rehab 3 times or 4 times. The last time she AMA'd, just like this seizure, they wanted her to be there for 4 days. A day and a half in, she AMA'd herself out. Calling me 10,000 times. They said I'm good to go. I'm like, there's no way you're good to go. And then I had the hospital calling me saying, listen, she's AMA'd, which is against medical advice, and if you don't come and pick her up, we're going to make other arrangements for her to go to her home, which is 245 East Park Road. And I was like, well, I might as well come pick her up other than her walking home or having to pay for a $50 cab or something. So I picked her up. Same shit starts all over again.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go talk to her, and then I'll get back to you if I need anything. Okay.
is it?
I'll go up for
Oh, all right, is Lisa?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yes.
All right, so this is my area. I'm the reporting officer, so I know like you probably already told them what happened, but I need you to tell me again. Okay.
Yeah, I was at home alone today, and then my husband came home and got upset. I do not know why, even though I know that sounds unusual, and I got hit in the right eye as hard as possible.
Okay.
So I called my parents just to get some mercy, and then he decided to call me.
Okay. Is there anything else that happened that you're leaving out? Okay.
No.
Okay. So what about the wine, the bottle of wine and the cup full of wine?
Oh, that's not true.
Well, I mean, there's wine all over the counter, and there's an empty bottle of wine. He's got a cut on his face where he said that you jabbed the cup into his face.
I didn't jab a cup into his face.
Okay, so why would he have a cut on his upper lip?
My husband drinks a lot.
Okay. How did he, you said he hit you in the face. How did he hit you?
Open palm to the right eye.
Okay, with which hand? Which hand?
I believe it was, I guess it would have been his left hand in my right eye.
Okay. So what happened after that?
I called my parents immediately and just said, I want to get out of here to be in a safe space. And that's when they came.
Okay. All right, did he hit you anywhere else?
Not today.
Okay. All right, Lisa, do me a favor, turn around, put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for domestic battery.
This case turns on Illinois 720 ILCS 5 Section 12-3.2. That statute reaches any knowing act causing bodily harm to a household or family member. It also reaches any physical contact of an insulting or provoking nature. Bodily harm does not require serious injury. A cut, a mark, or a small bruise each qualifies. The second controlling provision is 725 ILCS 5 Section 112A-30. It governs how officers respond when they arrive on a domestic scene with visible injury. It removes discretion. Where probable cause exists and injury is visible, an arrest must follow. The officer stated it plainly on scene, mandated by the state, no choice in the matter. This is not personal judgment. It is legislative command with no room for negotiation. But a mandatory arrest raises a harder question. Arrest whom? That answer sits inside 750 ILCS 60 Section 301.1. Illinois requires officers to identify the predominant physical aggressor of the incident. Not the loudest party, not the party who called first, not the smaller party. The determination is driven by evidence. Injuries, history statements, and the physical scene. This standard exists to prevent manipulation of the domestic violence response system. If the caller alone controlled the outcome, false reports would become a strategic weapon. Probable cause under Illinois v. Gates is a totality of the circumstances standard. Officers weigh all available evidence together, not each piece in isolation. Here the evidence pointed in a single direction from the moment officers entered the kitchen. A visible cut on the reporting party's upper lip. An empty wine bottle on the counter. Spilled wine across the surface. A plastic cup identified as the striking object. The wife's bruise pattern matched hospital intravenous attempts from a prior seizure. Those bruises were already healing. They were not fresh and not consistent with an assault today. When confronted with the physical scene, she could not explain the wine or her husband's cut. Silence in the face of specific contradicting evidence carries clear evidentiary weight. There is a second legal layer to this case, the false report itself. Illinois addresses false reports to police under 720 ILCS 5 Section 26-1. A knowingly false accusation of domestic battery is a separate criminal offense, not a defense strategy. Prosecutors do not always charge it, but the option remains available on these facts. The larger harm is systemic. False reports erode the credibility of genuine victims. They expose innocent spouses to arrest family separation and lasting career damage. The defendant was already on court supervision, a form of deferred sentencing under Illinois law. Court supervision typically requires abstention from alcohol and no new criminal conduct. The empty wine bottle alone was sufficient to trigger a petition to revoke. The domestic battery arrest compounds that violation substantially. The pretrial judge will weigh both the new charge and the supervision breach together. One procedural note. Neither party received Miranda warnings before speaking with the officer. Under Bodycam v. McCarty, On-scene questioning during a temporary detention is not custodial interrogation. Statements made in that window are admissible without any Miranda advisement. Miranda attaches only when a reasonable person would believe they are under formal arrest. Both parties here spoke voluntarily during general investigative questioning. This analysis now grades 3 parties on their legal and tactical performance. The reporting officer receives an A. He separated the parties immediately, interviewed each independently, and walked the physical scene. He applied the predominant aggressor standard correctly and distributed the required resource notice. He completed a full lethality assessment. His conduct was textbook Illinois procedure. The wife receives an F. She violated court supervision, assaulted her spouse with an object, and made a false report. Her active addiction is a mitigating factor at sentencing, not a defense to the underlying conduct. Compassion for illness does not immunize a person from a knowingly false accusation. The husband receives a B+. He preserved evidence, cooperated fully, and shielded his young son from the incident. His single tactical error was reaching for the cup while his wife was intoxicated. Physical intervention with an impaired party almost always escalates the situation further. A verbal disengagement and an immediate non-emergency call would have been the superior response. 3 lessons emerge from this case. First, the caller is not automatically the victim. Evidence determines the aggressor, not the phone log. Second, physical evidence outweighs testimony. A scene tells a story words cannot rewrite. Third, mandatory arrest exists precisely because domestic dynamics are complicated and easily manipulated. Officers are not permitted to walk away from visible injury, no matter how earnest the pleading. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content on police court interactions.